Hope you guys really did enjoy that intro. It took me like a while to make. Actually, part of that intro is the idea of coming up with like ideas. You know, it's like, oh, that's something I would never thought about. Oh, it only took you like what, like 5 to 4 minutes to do it. You know, yeah, but then you have to like also think about how you're gonna do it, how you're gonna present it, how you're gonna come up with the ideas. So there's that. And also this intro is gonna be just an intro for this video. I do want to come up with more intros that are gonna be really great. So there's that. Okay. Also, I was gonna let my hair down because I have long hair, but I was kind of lazy. Like this, great. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make. I'm gonna talk about, you know, the ideas of filming, taking a photo at night or mimicking the night effect. Now, when it comes to this, there's two different sides. One of them is practical effects. The other one is semi, you could say, semi kind of like special effects. And what I mean by that, I don't mean like, you know, adding special effects. I mean the ideas of using softwares like Photoshop, After Effects, or Premiere Pro, or any other software that you will use, like Final Cut and, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, so there's that. Okay, practical effect, I mean stuff that you can do while you're there. Now I'm going to be dividing this into 3 different sections. One is basically setting and the daytime, meaning day to night, the place, where you're going to film, if it's daylight, if it's night, how can you achieve this. The other one is going to be lighting, and the third one is going to be color. Okay, sounds good? Okay, so the first thing, day to night. Okay, if you're gonna film in the daytime and you want to mimic the ideas of night, I recommend is that do not shoot. Okay, if the sun is really bright and shiny, do not try to take photos of the sky. Make sure that when you take a portrait or any form of photo, make sure that the sky is not visible. Now, if you're in a beach or in a place like that, maybe you could, but other than that, I would not recommend it, because I have taken photos of me where like you can see part of the sky and it's really difficult to make it look like it's nighttime. I've done that before, you know, so that kind of sucks, because a lot of times that light kind of bleeds in into like the photo and becomes very difficult. So I don't recommend doing that, but if you can't or you have a photo, it's going to be a pain in the ass to edit. So there's that. The other thing that I would recommend is to just go ahead and, for instance, find places that look dark and just film there, take pictures there and stuff like that. The second thing is that when you are at night or places like that, or a place like that and stuff like that, I recommend getting items for the background, or go to places where like the background is kind of like has like a yellow color, white color, a bright red, and all those colors that will bring out the background a little bit more, you know. Yeah, so there's that. Neon lights are more like a very stylistic effect, so there's that, and that's what I say. But one of the things that I would recommend, just find a place that is dark. Like right now I'm filming this in my garage, and it's great because it gets really dark, and when you put on lights, it looks really good. So there's that. The second one is lighting. One of the things I recommend when it comes to lighting is that, look, if you film just straight up dark, it looks like this. It looks extremely dark, right? You don't want that, because for you, in the dark time, you could probably make up something. You can look around, well, I could probably see this cup, I could probably see that. Those are things that you could probably see. Now, when it comes to the camera, it's not gonna pick those things up, you know? Maybe if you have a really good professional camera or good ISO or something like that, but nonetheless, that's just how it is. So one of the things that we do is that we bring in is either pump up a little bit of the ISO, which I don't sort of recommend because the quality is kind of like gonna degrade down. What I recommend is getting some lights and lighten the whole thing up and just lower the ISO a little bit more, make it a little more darker, kind of play around with it. Just get it just get the area where you're at a little bit brighter, just a little bit, and then you can use that for filming or maybe for a photo. The other thing that you can also do is that you can get yourself a lamp or a flashlight, because those things usually indicate that it's nighttime, that you need light. You can use that, and that could really help you out. Also, on that flashlight or the lamp, you can also add shadows by moving your hand or getting something to mimic a shadow effect, or you can have a little bit of smoke or something like that, kind of makes it like dust or something like that, that gives it a little bit more richness to it. Especially if you have like a flashlight, if you use it and you have like a little bit of smoke, kind of gives it that. You can get like dirt and kind of like get the dirt and kind of like go like that a lot. I don't know, and just create something like that. So there's yeah, so there's that. That's what I said about lighting. You can also put lighting into like your background. That could also work, like a street light effect. There's that. You can always use like lighting, mix it with shadows, create cool effects and stuff like that. So there's that. The third thing is color. When it comes to color, this is what I recommend. Okay, I'm gonna recommend the color blue. A lot of the times when people film darker areas, they tend to be like a nice navy blue or darker blue, and getting some of those highlights and shadows and kind of like bringing them down. Like the highlights, bringing them down, and the shadows kind of like bring them a little bit upward, kind of have like a nice well balance, if that makes any sense. So there's that, you know. The things that I said that you can do in practical effects, like you said, lighting, stuff like that, those are great. Things that you can do in software is probably like maybe the colors and stuff like that, and change a little bit of those lightings. But it's always good to have mixed practical effects with like your editing color effects. Mix both of them, because then that makes it much more richer. And the reason why we do these things is because a lot of times we, like the camera, like we see things, and that's what we want to capture, that's what we want to see, but the camera doesn't see it that way. The camera sees it something else, and it becomes low quality, or the angle's not great, or just that the picture, the colors and things like that, we just don't get them. So one of the things we use is that we use the camera in conjunction to editing softwares, and also try to get them into special effects to make it a lot easier. Practical effects, I don't know, so there's that. Now also, what you can do when it comes with color is that you can actually add, like in the wall, get yourself a fabric, and with this fabric, just get yourself a black fabric. I found one at the dollar store, and this is how mine looks like. It's just a black fabric, and that kind of eliminates a lot of that light. And then you can also add like lights and stuff like that, like I have here and stuff, and then that one doesn't really bounce back when opposed to like white. So that's another thing you can also use, is black background. Hopefully this video really helped you guys a lot. I provided, like, throughout me talking, I put a few videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys later, and yeah, bye.